Hello guys, how are we? We are on Thursday, almost Wednesday. Thursday, which is day 34 of our home workouts, full body workouts, and stupidly is the word maybe I'll use. So I threw it out to you guys before I put the plan together today, and you guys came back to me with some feedback on Instagram stories, and I've designed the program according to what you guys came back to me with. Remember, you asked for it. Okay, so there will be no burpees today. There will be no mountain climbers. There will be no high plank knee to elbow jumps. There'll be no donkey kicks. There'll be no squats. Yeah, there'll be no squats. But there will be a hell of a lot of abs and upper body because you guys asked for it in your droves. So all you need today is a chair or stool, a weight. I've got a kettlebell. You could use a dumbbell, a bag of books, whatever. And also a couple of books. Okay, so you're looking for a couple of books, probably about 4 to 6 inches in height. And then you're going to be using these for staggered push-ups. Okay, so if you haven't got books, go get some now. You're probably talking a good hand height length off the floor in order to, hey Partha, how are we? In order to get your right height. Okay, so go get your books. If you haven't got them, go get them now. We're not going to start for another second or two. Just going to let some people come online. We're already at about 20 odd. We want to let people jump online. Hello Trish, how are we? Hey guys, how are we? Good to see some old names and some new names. Hi again, Carol. Good stuff. Okay, so how are the bodies after yesterday and Tuesday's and Monday's session? Because we're getting some people saying that their hamstrings and their glutes, they're really feeling it in their hamstrings and glutes just under the butt cheek. That's a good sign. That means you're really activating the right areas. Suzanne Flood, good morning. Well, technically it's good afternoon now, Suzanne, because it's 1 minute past 12, but hey, who's going to split hairs? Nick Campbell, hey Nick, how are you? I thought you said you were doing day 8 today, Nick, because all our previous workouts bar yesterday's are on our YouTube channel. Okay, so we'll get into our warm-up. So because we're not focusing too much on the lower body today, we're going to focus a little bit more on the upper body with our warm-up. We're going to get our thoracic spine going. So I want you guys to stand with your feet shoulder width, soften your knees, stick your butt out behind you, and then we're just going to rotate that torso as much as we can. So think of the arms as flailing, rotating and twisting as much as you can through your T-spine, your thoracic spine, which basically in layman's terms is just through your shoulder blades. So imagine the shoulder blades just twisting your torso as much as possible. So we're going to go down onto our hands and knees now, and we're going to reach with our right hand past our left elbow as far as you can across the room and drop your shoulder down to the floor beside your hand, and then come back up and change. So reach my left hand through, past my right elbow, graze the elbow, drop the shoulder as close to the floor as you can while really reaching, and come back. So the aim here is trying to open up the shoulder blades as much as possible as you slowly lower yourself down towards the floor. Don't let your head pull in behind your hand when you're dropping down. Try and drop your shoulder right down beside your hand on the floor as you reach. Good stuff, keep that going, couple more reps, and then we're going to loosen out the hips, especially after the last 3 days. So no squats today. How about that? No burpees, and not even like a variation of the squat. Oh, okay, so we're now going to sit on the floor. You're going to spread your feet to hip width. You're going to lean back on your hands, get a nice stretch on the chest, and then just let the knees collapse left and right. And while you're collapsing them left and right, you're just visualizing your spine twisting like a pepper mill. What are you doing over there? She's basically looks like Mother Hubbard, surrounded by, what's your one out of Julie Andrews, The Sound of Music. She's surrounded by children at the moment as she's doing her warm-up. It's kind of like they have to be within a certain 10 centimeter radius of her at all times. That's it, good stuff. Okay, so we're now going to lie down flat on our back. Our arms are out crucifix. We're going to raise our leg up and across the body. Again, keep the shoulder blades down on the floor. Bring it back and down. Up, across, keep the shoulder blades on the floor, back and down. And remember, the height of the foot off the floor is governed by the shoulder blades. Once they start to raise off the floor, you stop lowering the leg. That's it, keep that going. Good. Good work. Okay, and now we're gonna bend the knees up at 90 degrees, keeping the arms on crucifix, and we're just gonna drop all the way to one side, all the way to the other. And we're not gonna let the shoulders come off the floor. So we're really focusing on stretching out, rotating the T-spine and the middle back. Trying to make it as independently moving as possible to the lower body. Good stuff. Okay, and then the last one, I want you to roll over onto your tummy. And you're gonna put your two hands on the floor like you're doing a push-up. And then you're gonna straighten your right hand out to the side. And you're gonna raise your left leg up and reach over to the right hand. That's it, it's a big scorpion kick. And by doing that, you're stretching out the chest on the side there where the arm is straight, holding it there, and then down. She's all over the place, like Twister. So straighten out the left arm, bend the right arm, reach over with the right leg, twist the torso up off the floor, and stretch the chest and shoulder. And then we're going to change again, nice and slow, take your time. I'm sure there's a couple of people there who are really struggling with this, but it's okay. Take your time, just have a look at the technique and work it out slowly. So we're just trying to focus on the shoulders and chest here with this stretch. Okay, and then up we come off the floor and just roll the arms going forwards. So everything we do today is going to be 45 seconds and we're going to have a 5-second transition. It's not a rest. Your 5 seconds is not a rest. It's there merely to facilitate moving to the next exercise. So we're going for 45 seconds worth of staggered push-ups. So you're going to need your block or your stack of books. You're going to do push-ups with your right hand on the books, focusing on really targeting the right side of the, she's making me laugh. Focusing on really targeting the right side of the body with the push-up. After 45 seconds, you have 5 seconds to change the stack of books to the left, and we're going to go for 45 seconds. After that, you have 5 seconds to get onto your back, and we're going to go into the hollow rock hold for 45 seconds. We're starting in 10 seconds. So get yourself down on the floor, get your right hand on the stack of books, your left hand on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Lower your chest right down to the floor, squeeze your stomach, press yourself away. And the real emphasis here is using the right side as much as possible. And again, as with every push-up, you're trying to use the whole surface area of the palm of your hand. So you're really focusing on using the fingertips, the ball of the hand, and the heel of the hand. And you are not changing your technique to facilitate the stack of books. The stack of books is there merely to throw the technique off slightly and force you to really concentrate on isolating that right side more than the left. If you need to put your knees on the floor, that's fine, as long as your chest gets all the way down below the height of the books. 3, 2, 1. Change to the left side. Getting ready to go left side. And let's go. Down, squeeze stomach, press away. And again, about 70% of the lift is going to be done through the left hand. So you got to really focus on dropping the chest right down to the floor, squeezing the stomach, pressing predominantly to the left side, using the whole surface area to get yourself back up off the floor. We got 20 seconds, and then we're going to go onto our back with our legs out straight and our arms reaching out beyond our head. 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your backs now. Arms and legs out straight. You're going to raise your shoulder blades up off the floor. Let's go. Shoulder blades up off the floor, arms beyond the head. Stomach is nice and tight. The small of your back is pushed into the floor. If you can, raise your legs off the floor as well. Already, stomach is trembling. We want to flatten down the arch, flatten the curve of the small of your back. Control the breathing, in through nose, out through mouth. Really flatten the small of that back into the floor. 16 seconds, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 more seconds. We're back to the right side stack, push-ups. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Right hand on the stack, Ready to go. Round 2 of 3. Let's go. Chest all the way down. Squeeze stomach up we come. Remember, find the range of movement. Find the technique that suits the range of movement. So if our range of movement is chest all the way to floor, and you can't do that with your knees off the floor, then put your knees on the floor. As long as you get that chest below the height of the books and the head is out in front, you're isolating your pec and you're isolating your shoulder and you're isolating your tricep. So really focusing on the push muscles of the upper body today on this exercise. Squeeze your stomach as you press the floor away. Emphasis on the right side. And rest. Change to the left. I shouldn't really use the word rest because it's not a rest, it's a transition. Let's go. Down, squeeze stomach, press through the left hand. Down, squeeze stomach, press through the left hand. Imagine you're trying to squeeze those books flat into the floor. Already my chest, the fronts of my shoulders and my triceps are burning, but I'm focusing on really pushing that floor down with that left hand. Woo! And squeezing my stomach at the same time. 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7 seconds, we're back into the hollow hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, on your back. Hollow hold, arms beyond the head, shoulder blades up off the floor now, and then if comfortable and able to, raise the feet off the floor. So the small of that back is pushed into that floor. We're really isolating our abs, our transverse abs, which is our deep core. So if you find your back is starting to come off the floor, round or heels down, and really focus on lifting the shoulder blades, upper body up off the floor. That stomach should be rock solid. 20 seconds, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Okay, here we go into our last round. Right hand on the books. And let's go. So I'm focusing on my technique, and I was starting to fail using my knees off the floor. So I'm now putting my knees down on the floor as I work. If you're unsure how that looks, have a look side on now. And now that I'm able to maintain that technique a little bit better, I ramp up my tempo slightly. So although I'm using less weight because my knees are on the floor, I'm increasing the tempo. So it's a trade-off. And I'm still getting a really good return on my pec, shoulder and tricep. 3, 2, 1. Transition to the left. Ready to go. Left hand on the stack. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So again, my left hand is on the stack. I'm pushing that stack down uniformly with the whole palm of my hand into the floor. I'm trying to squeeze it into the floor. My stomach is tight as I'm pushing myself away from the floor. My shoulders, my head is out in front of my shoulders, and my hands are directly beneath my shoulders. They're not out in front, they're not out to the side, they're directly beneath. 17 seconds, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your backs. Last hollow hold. Arms behind the head, let's go. Shoulder blades off the floor. Stomach should be as tight as possible. So now at the point you're actually fatigued, you want to focus on lifting the legs for just a small period of time, and then once you start to feel that back arch off the floor again, we put the feet down, we readjust, and you go again. Keep that going. 25 seconds to go. I just want to check my notes while you're doing that. Okay, so the next exercise we're going into is our single arm row. Just wanted to make sure. We're going to be playing around with 3 different palm positions. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, ignore the stack. Grab your weight. left hand on the chair, and you're gonna start that lawnmower. Let's go. So, what we're doing here is we've got our 2 feet flat on the floor, our knees bent, our hips pushed out the back. And I want you now to look at your palm as your guide. So you're gonna do 1 rep where the palm faces the body, 1 rep where palm faces across the body, and 1 rep the palm faces away from the body. So it's towards the body, across the body, away from the body. Towards the body, across the body, away from the body. And as you change the angle on your wrist with each rep, you're going to notice the elbow is going to start out wide, and then it's going to work its way right in against your ribs. So by doing that, you're changing the focus just very slightly on the lat. Rest, change. So again, palm facing the body, left side, let's go. Palm facing across the body, left side, let's go. Palm facing in front, left side. So it's face the body, across the body, in front. Face the body, across the body, face the front. And just keep that going. So, next exercise that we're going into is going to be 3 amigos. So we're going into the high plank. And then we're going to touch our shoulder, touch our shoulder, touch our hip, touch our hip. And that's going to keep going for 45 seconds. Get ready to go into the high plank in 3, 2, 1. High plank, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Opposite hand to opposite side. Let's go. Shoulder, touch your hip, touch your hip. And again, controlled movements. And then once you have the movement down, start playing with the tempo. But imagine you got a full glass of water on the small of your back. You don't want to spill it. So you're keeping your stomach as tight as possible to compensate for the missing 4th table leg on the floor, because it's rare that the body has 4 points on the floor. It's usually just 3, and that core has to compensate and take the pressure. So stay as steady as possible with the upper body as you move the hand off the floor. 3, 2, 1. Back to your weight. Left hand on chair, palm face the body, elbow out to the side, let's go. Palm face across the body, palm face forward. Towards you, across you, away from you. And keep the focus on keeping your stomach tight and initiating the pull from your lat, which is the big wing of muscle on the right side of your back. So as requested, guys, it's upper body and abs today. Whew. Nice and tough. Really focus on that upper body, and we're gonna give that lower body a break before tomorrow. And tomorrow, rest and change. Tomorrow is our full body weight workout. Let's go. Whew. So it's a big squeeze on the stomach, and then you're pulling from the lat, not the arm, and then controlling that weight back down to full arm extension at all times. We're not letting the weight pull you around. You're the one who's in charge of the weight at all times. And you got to focus on the muscles that are doing the work. They belong to you. They are answerable to you. So you control them. We have 10 more seconds, then we're back into 3 amigos. Whew. To finish off our second round. And rest. Down we get. High plank. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. And let's go. Shoulder, touch your hip, touch your hip. Keeping the stomach nice and steady. Emphasis here is on the stomach staying still and the hips staying parallel with the floor. So if you need to slow the tempo down, slow it down. Just focus on all 4 points doing what they're supposed to do, and the core doing what it's supposed to do. Try and get full range of movement, hand to hip. Try not to swing your hips and knock that small glass of water off the back. You want to keep that as steady as possible. Whew. We're going into our third round, and it's our final round on single arm row work. Let's go. Right hand on the bell, left hand on the box or the chair. And let's go. Palm facing you, palm facing across, palm facing away. Face you, face across, face away. Keep it going. Big squeeze on the stomach as we work. Whew. This is getting tough now because you're really isolating the lat, and then in turn the back of the shoulder, and then the forearm and bicep. Oh. So we're hitting everything on the back down through the arm to the fingertips, really. Whew. 10 seconds. Oh, focusing on the technique over the tempo. Rest. Whew. We're going to the left side, and then we're going to go into the next exercises after our 3 amigos. Let's go. So we're just trying to play around with the angle as much as possible, because the more you play around with the angle, the more you hit different areas of the muscle, and therefore if you're hitting different areas, you're spreading the load equally across the whole surface area of the muscle, and therefore you're getting better bang for your buck, but also getting as much out of that muscle as possible. We have another 12 seconds, and then we're on to 3 amigos for the last time. And then after our 3 amigos, you're going to go straight up, right knee on the floor, pressing that bell above your head, right hand. Okay, down we get. High plank. Shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip. Let's go. Whew. So the next exercise we're going into after this is right knee on the floor, left foot out in front into a lunge, and you're going to push that weight above the head with the right hand. So the emphasis is coming from the right side, pushes down into the stomach. It finds a nice solid surface because you're tensing your stomach, and it allows you to press the weight above your head. Keeping your right knee on the floor as you press with your right hand above the head. So remember, right knee down, right hand does the work. And then we're going to change to the left after that. Squeeze that stomach. Keep the abs firing. Keep the hips steady. Rest. Right knee on the floor. Left foot out in front. Weight on the shoulder and press above the head. Bring it back in, palm facing the throat. Rotate it out. Press it straight up. Down. Rotate in. Press it up. Down. Rotate in. Press it up. Down. Rotate in. So 30 seconds. My shoulder is already burning. Whew. Good stuff. Keep that going. So in 20 seconds, you're going to change to the left side. And we're not finished with the shoulders after it. We're going into halo rotations. So this is going to be a tough 3 rounds. So you got to use as many muscles as possible to help. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change hands, change feet, weight on the shoulder, squeeze stomach, push above head. Down, fold it in against the throat, open it up, press it up. Down and in, out and up. Down and in, out and up. So at the end of this round, in 30 seconds time, you're going to put your both knees on the floor. And we're going to hold the weight with our 2 hands, and we're going to do halos. So what you're doing is you're basically drawing a big circle around your head with your kettlebell to put instability through the core, and therefore get the core firing to promote stability. 10 seconds. Staying as steady as possible, squeeze your stomach. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 knees down. Hold the weight in 2 hands. Keep your knees as close to each other as possible. And let's big rotation around the head in one direction and around the head in the other. And you're just keeping your stomach tight, stopping your hips from swinging around, trying to get as far behind and down the back as possible with that bell. Whew. So when it goes behind the head, let it drop as low as possible and get your elbow up and over the top of your head. 17 seconds, and then we're going to put our left leg back in front. Our right arm is taking over, and it's going to go right arm press above the head. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg in front, Right arm takes the weight. 3, 2, 1. Press it above the head. So again, you got to really squeeze your stomach muscles just as you press above the head, because your shoulder is starting to burn now, and you need as much help as possible by squeezing your stomach and allowing you to press that or push that to the sky. If you start using just the shoulder on its own, it's going to burn out very quickly and you're not going to be able to keep going. Oh. We got 15 seconds. That shoulder should be on fire. Your stomach should be squeezing during the lift to help transfer that energy, and you're keeping that knee in front steady. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Change knees, change hands. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze stomach, push the sky. That's the one. This is good, guys. So we're really focusing on burning that left side now, while the right shoulder gets a break and the core supports you in your press. Big squeeze on the stomach, fold it out, press it up, bring it down, fold it in against the throat. And again, at all times, find the range and the technique that suits your ability and push your ability to the max. Oh, emphasis, squeeze the stomach, press that above the head, back down under control, and in. 5 seconds, 2 knees are down. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 knees on floor, 2 hands on the weight, knees close together, and rotate around the head. Let's go. Big rotations. So remember, we're trying to rotate through the shoulders, and we're trying to put the emphasis on the stomach. And how you put the emphasis on the stomach is by going big, wide circles, and that in turn wants your body to start leaning as a counterbalance. But your stomach is saying no, and it's squeezing, and it's holding you rigid. So it's as aggressive on the stomach as it is on the shoulders. 15 seconds, and then we're going back to the last round on our right side. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left foot out in front. You're going to bring that right up to your shoulder, and let's go. Press above the head. Squeeze the stomach, press above the head. And you got to focus on the stomach muscles squeezing as you press that above your head. Because if you don't do that, you're not going to last much longer in the round. And we've got another 28 seconds to go. 25 to go now. So focus on technique before the tempo. And again, if you need to take a breather, reduce the resistance. Step 1, still need a breather, slow it down. Step 2, still need a breather, take a breather, but a short one. Step 3. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Change legs. Shoulder is burning. 3, 2, left side, last side. 1, press. Squeeze stomach, press. So it's a big inhale as you bring that weight down. It's a big squeeze, exhale as you push up, and then control on the way back down again. So again, it's all about control. At no point should you be at the point where you don't have control. At any point, you can stop and hold that weight because you have 100% control of it. Same with the kettlebell swing. You should never be out of control and have gravity take over with the kettlebell swing. You should always be in control. 10 seconds. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 knees down. Halos to finish off the round. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're not finished with the shoulders after this. We're going into upright row. So you're going to stand, and the upright row starts behind the shoulder. So you're going to tense your stomach. You're going to roll the shoulder up and back, and then when it's finished rolling up and back, you're going to steer that weight up to your shoulder with your arm. You're not going to pull with the arm, you're going to pull with the shoulder. So it's like a shrug into a shoulder roll, and then your arm capitalizes on that and finishes off. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell down, stand up, Hold the bell in your right hand, slight lean forward, and you're gonna shrug and up to the shoulder. So big shrug, shoulder roll, and then that arm steers what's left on the weight up to the shoulder. If you're focusing purely on pulling with the arm, you're not gonna last on this round. It's all here on the shoulder. Shrug, roll, steer with the arm. Shrug, roll, steer with the arm. And then again, you're squeezing your stomach throughout the pull because you don't want your hips flying forward. By squeezing your stomach, you're keeping your hips back. You're isolating your right side, upper back, lower shoulder, rear shoulder, and you're keeping your core in nice and tight. Woo! Change. Left side, shake out that right arm. Squeeze your stomach, shrug your shoulder, roll your shoulder, and then steer with the arm. And remember, you guys asked for this, upper body and abs. So here's your upper body and your abs. So at the end of this, we're staying with the weight, and we're gonna go discus or standing wood chop. So that's where you're standing with your feet hip width, and you're gonna throw the weight from your right pocket over your left shoulder for the first half, and then it's switching sides for the second half. Woo. 8 seconds. Remember, shrug, roll, steer with the arm. 5, 4, big squeeze on the core. 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds. Bring the bell over to your right hip. 2 hands on. 3, 2, 1. Throw up and around over the shoulder. Rotate up onto the ball of your right foot, because then that in turn allows you to throw your torso all the way around. Whew. So we're 10 seconds away from switching sides, and switching sides literally takes a second. And switch sides. It's now left over right shoulder, left pocket, right shoulder, and you are throwing your hips around. You're not throwing the arms, you're throwing the hips, and the arms are just not letting go of the kettlebell. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Right hand back on the weight. You're going into the shrug, roll, and pull. And let's go. Shrug, roll, pull. Shrug, roll, pull. Go slow. Emphasis on the core squeezing as well to keep those hips back. Big pull on the stomach. If you're feeling it on your forearm, you are not aggressively pulling and shrugging with the shoulder and rolling with the shoulder. The forearm is there merely to hold on to the bell. So go light on your grip. You feel it on your forearm? Oh, good. So big shrug, big roll, and steer it. And then you should start to feel that up behind the right shoulder into the right lat. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell down for 4 seconds. You're gonna pick it back up, and we're going again in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Shrug, roll, pull. Shrug, roll, pull. So, when we have completed the 3 rounds on this, you only have 2 more blocks to go. We are over the halfway at this point. And again, the focus of today's workout is the upper body and abs. So you gotta really focus on what muscles are being used in your lifts. So in this case, it's the shrug on the shoulder, and then it's the back of the shoulder for the roll, and then it's the abs keeping the hips in place, and then there's a little bit of bicep and forearm in there as well. Use the big muscles to do the driving and the little muscles to do the steering. Rest. Woo. Okay, that weight is going to go onto your right pocket. It's going over your left shoulder now. Good grip on the bell. Throw the right hip out and around. Keep the arms as straight as you can. The straighter your arms, the more rotation is going to be on the core, because the lever is longer. And the more rotation there is on the core with the long lever, the more tension they're going to put through the core, because that's your fulcrum. Science. Change sides now. So what we're doing is applying physics here. It is the big lever rotating around the fulcrum on the core, and there is nothing to stop it except the core. So the more you rotate, the more you got to squeeze the core to stop that kettlebell flying behind you. And rest. We're going back to our right side. Shrug roll, shrug roll. Let's go. So we haven't brought any legs per se into this workout so far. But your heart rate is still crazy high because there's a massive emphasis on the core, the abs. And that is a huge part of your body. It's basically from the chest to the hips, front and back. So they require so much blood. And when they get all that blood, that heart rate and those lungs have to work overtime. So much so, it's very similar to the amount of overtime it has to do when you're working your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. Oh, get ready to change. 3, 2, 1. Changing side to the left side. Oh. Shoulder back, chest out, stomach tight. Shrug and roll. Shrug and roll. Similar to tuck and roll when you're trying to dive out of a moving car. Disclaimer, don't dive out of a moving car. Woo. Big shrug on the shoulder, big roll on the shoulder. And then in turn, that forearm catches up and uses the energy and steers it to the armpit. Oh. Woo. We got 20 seconds and then we're into our last set of discus throws. 15 seconds, 14, 13. Concentrate on squeezing the stomach to keep those hips steady and allow you to isolate your upper back and the back of your shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Rest 5 seconds. Those 5 seconds are invaluable. Ready to rotate right hip, left shoulder. 3, 2, 1, go. Take a good grip on it. Long lever. She's doing her discus throws with a kettlebell very close to a very large flat screen television, and it's making me nervous. Please don't let go of the weight. We've run out of stuff to talk about over the last 7 weeks. All we have is TV. 3, 2, 1, change sides, go. Woo. Left hip over right shoulder. Big rotation on the hips. Keep a grip of that weight. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. In 5 seconds, we're going to go into our lamo curl. So you're going to hold that on your right side. Squeeze your stomach, curl to the shoulder, push and twist to the sky. Elbow down, bicep or bell down. Up, press, down, down. Curl up, press up. Lower down, curl down. That's it. So we're keeping our elbow welded to our ribs at all times during the curl. And with the curl, you want to focus on your bicep, not your grip, not your forearm. Focus on the bicep. So we're hitting the guns now. 10 seconds, we're going to change to the left side. And again, the slower you go down out of the bicep curl, the better you're going to get. 2, 1. Change left hand. So shoulders back, chest out, elbow welded to the ribs. Big squeeze on the stomach. Curl it up with the bicep. Press it up with the shoulder. Lower it down. Lower it down. Squeeze your core as you curl. Because when you don't squeeze your core, your hips swing forward. And that in turn gives the weight some momentum. And momentum takes the focus off the muscle we're trying to target. So by squeezing your stomach, you're working your abs, number 1. But number 2, most importantly, you're allowing yourself to stop the hips swinging and take focus off the bicep and shoulder. 10 seconds. This is a tough exercise, guys, so stay with it, go slow. If necessary, just concentrate on the lowering down part, and any way you can, get it above the head. Rest, bell down, get on the floor. Feet hip width, knees bent. Head and shoulders off the floor, we're going into the squirm. So with your head and shoulders off the floor, you're reaching as far as you can down to the instep on your shoe. And you are not letting your shoulder blades back down on that floor. You're mimicking the small of the back being pushed into the floor that we did with our hollow hold earlier on. So we're really reaching as far as we can. And the more we reach, the more we're going to get those obliques, which are twisting core. And you should be very aware of them probably about now, especially if you were doing your discus throws in the last superset of exercises right. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Right hand back on the bell. Left hand behind your back. And curl it up, squeeze your stomach. Press it up. Lower it down from the shoulder. Lower it down from the bicep. Concentrate on the lowering aspect as opposed to the raising aspect. That's it. So big squeeze on the stomach, big squeeze on the bicep, curl it up, and then again in reverse. Emphasis on the same muscles on the way back down. We got 15 seconds, and then we're changing to the left side. 10 seconds. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. And remember, you don't have to be white knuckled on the weight. You can literally just have enough of a bend. Let's go. Enough of a bend to stop the fingers opening. And at the top, you probably notice that I actually have my hand open to the point where I only close my grip when I'm at the bottom of my bicep curl. As soon as that bicep curl comes up to my shoulder, I actually lessen my grip and loosen it because it focuses too much on my forearm and therefore my forearm could burn out. But if I keep my grip open where I can, I'm keeping less emphasis on the forearm, and that means I can go longer on the bicep and the shoulder. And again, think statue. You're trying to hold yourself as rigid as possible, and core plays a massive part to that. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell on the chair, on the floor. Down you get into the squirm, and we're going into our second round of 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Reach as far as you can. So much so that you're actually getting a crunch just above your hip bone. Your shoulders are off the floor. The small of your back is pushed into the floor. You're really focusing on the upper core and the obliques. So we got another 22 seconds. Stay up in the shoulder blades. Reach as far as you can. 15 seconds to go. 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. Keep reaching. Keep the tension on the stomach. Keep the small of the back flat on the floor. And that stomach is burning. 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Woo! Right hand on the weight. Left hand behind your back. And let's go again. Squeeze your stomach. Curl it up. Press it up. Bring it back down. Bicep is taking the tension. So it's all about focusing on the bicep with the curl and then the shoulder with the press. And we don't want the body to move and bend and twist to accommodate. Everything else is rigid. You are frozen from the neck to the ankles, and the only part of you that can move is your right arm. Last 12 seconds on the right side press. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. 5 seconds. We're going to the left side. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Curl it up from the bicep. Press it up from the shoulder. Lower it down from the shoulder. Lower it down from the bicep. Whew. So, next set of exercises we're going into after the squirm. It's going to start with press-ups or push-ups. Okay? But they're going to be on the chair. So your hands are going to be on the seat of the chair, and you're going to be doing press-ups elevated. And what I also want to focus on is the triceps. So we want to scrape our ribs with our elbows with the press-up. We don't want our elbows to flare out to the side. We want to keep our elbows in nice and tight to the ribs at all times. So think itchy ribs. You've got to scratch your ribs with your elbows. But you got to do the squirm beforehand. 3, 2, 1. Bell down on the floor. Whew. There is no more kettlebell work today. And let's go squirm. So after this round of squirm, we're getting up, hands on chair, and we're going to focus on triceps brushing past ribs. And then it's a big squeeze on the stomach as you push the palms into the chair to get yourself back up to fully extended on the arms. And again, we got 22 seconds of squirm before anything else. Get as much out of this as you can, because the complementary core exercise to the tricep push-ups is going to be side plank raises. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. If you need your knees on the floor, put your knees on the floor. Ready to go. We got a little extra rest there while I set my timer. Hands on chair, 5 seconds, we're going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lower chest to floor. Keep elbows welded to ribs. By keeping your elbows welded to your ribs, you're hitting your triceps. If you're struggling with this, put your knees on the floor. If you're still struggling, get rid of the chair and do it with your knees on the floor and your hands on the floor. So we're really focusing on lowering yourself right down, scraping our ribs and our elbows, squeezing our stomach as we press ourselves back up without letting those elbows flare out from the body. It's really tough on the triceps and shoulders, but you've got to really focus on the technique. 7 seconds, then it's going to be right elbow on the floor, and you're going to raise your hips up to the side plank, and let's go. So you're going to put your right elbow on the floor, a little cushion if you need it. Let's go, side plank, hips high. Back down, tip the floor, hips high. So don't put your weight into the floor, just tip the floor. And go again, good stuff. So if you're struggling with this, put your top leg in front. It'll support you as you isolate the underside of your torso. So that's the right love handle area, tipping and raising and contracting. So we've got another 18 seconds, and then we got our 5-second transition. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Really feel that on the left side or the right side. Let's go to the left. And up we get. So we're raising those hips high, dropping our hips right down, tip the floor to find the full range of movement, and then raise them high again. And if you need to, put that top leg in front to support you. Remember, the focus is on the left underside. So it's the left love handle area. This is our last superset of exercises, guys. 20 seconds, and then we are into our second round of tricep push-ups. We got 12 seconds left. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Hands on chair. Ready to go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Chest down, squeeze stomach, press away. Chest down, squeeze stomach, press away. If necessary, drop to your knees, but the focus is on keeping the elbows tight to your ribs. If you're still struggling, ditch the chair and get the elbows tight to the ribs on the floor. But the key is getting elbows tight to ribs, because if your elbows don't stay in tight to your ribs, your triceps will not fire properly, and you're going to put pressure on the shoulders, which are already wrecked, and you are putting the emphasis on the triceps. 7 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right elbow on the floor. We're going to raise our hips as high as we can. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Raising the hips as high as possible, dropping them as close to the floor as possible, working the right underside of the torso. We got 31 seconds left. Focusing on the abs. Get the most out of this workout, guys. 25 seconds, 24. Woo! We got 20 seconds left. That right underside is really starting to pinch. 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change sides. And let's go. So we got 40 seconds left on this side. Raise the hips as high as you can, lowering them as close to the floor as you can. You got 30 seconds left, and then we're going into our last round. And our last round will be tricep push-ups, where we scrape our ribs with our elbows, and then we're going into side plank left and right. So the next time you find yourself in this position, left elbow on the floor doing the side plank, this is your last exercise. 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. Back to the chair. So you're going to put your 2 hands on the chair, dropping your chest as low as possible. Let's go. So scrape your ribs with your elbows. Drop, inhale, squeeze stomach, press. Drop, inhale, squeeze stomach, press. So like I was saying at the start, guys, oh, we threw it out there as a request. What did you want to see today? And the answer was upper body and abs. I hope I didn't disappoint, and I hope you realize how tough this exercise, this workout actually is. Oh, whew, 15 seconds, and then we're going to finish right elbow on the floor, side plank raise, and then it's going to be left elbow on the floor, side plank raise. And again, focus at all times is on isolating the right muscle groups. Get rid of the chair. Right elbow on the floor. Side plank raise on the right and left, and then into our stretches. Let's go. So at this point, my abs are tired. They're filling with lactic acid and CO2. They're starting to shut down, so I need extra support. That's why I'm using my top foot in front, but I'm really concentrating on the range of movement on my hips. So I'm getting them as high as possible, and I'm getting the underside of my torso. In this case, it's my right side. And every few reps, I'm taking 1 to 2 second breather because I want to really focus, 10 seconds, on my technique over my tempo. I could bash out more reps, but they'd be half-assed. 2, 1, change. You're inside the last 45 seconds of your workout, left side, now. So, again, no matter how close or how far you are from the finish line, you are always going to focus on your technique. So again, emphasizing my left underside here as my primary focus, and then my load-bearing feet on elbow, and then it'll be shoulder. And only then I start ramping up the tempo, because we have another 12 seconds in the workout. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! I don't want to get off the floor. Rest. That's probably one of the longer workouts we've done, but the most upper body ab focused combo we have done. How are you feeling, Nick?
Great.
She's feeling great. She's feeling great. How are you feeling? Okay, so take a breather, get some water, let your heart rate drop. Control your breathing, in through nose, out through mouth. Slow the heart rate down, and then we're going to get into our cool down movements for our core and our upper body. So what I want you to do now is, I'm just going to get that chair out of the way, second thought there. I want you to get your feet nice and wide. You're going to bend your knees. Sorry, just lost my train of thought there for a second. You're going to get your feet nice and wide, bend your knees, and you're just going to let your hands dangle to the floor. Just going to let them dangle to the floor, stretching out the lower back, and then it's called stirring the porridge. Small circles and swings with the arms, literally just letting them hang from the shoulders. Whew. That's it, and just letting those shoulders completely hang dead from the torso. Imagine them just slightly pulling themselves out of the socket, and that lower back is loosening out as well. Again, controlling the breathing in through nose, out through mouth. Okay, up we come, and we're just going to do cross body. So you're going to hug your right arm with your left, and your left arm goes out to the side. You're trying to get your shoulder across the body as much as you can as you hug it tight, and you're going to feel that stretch behind the right shoulder. Control your breathing in through nose, out through mouth, and stretch out the rear part of the shoulder. Whew. So again, these sessions, guys, we try and focus on what you guys want. You guys spoke, I interpreted, and I applied. Let me know if you liked it, let me know if you didn't like it, let me know if you want more of something or less of something. Every now and then I'll change hands, every now and then I'll throw questions up on the Instagram live stories asking for input and feedback. The more input and feedback you guys can give, the better. So if you guys were doing that session, you didn't necessarily enjoy the format of the exercises, did you comment? Did you ask for specific exercises? If not, keep an eye out, and then in future give yourself a chance to use your voice. Okay, right hand down the back, left on the elbow, pulling to the left, stretching out that right side. Again, these sessions are free, guys. Good karma. So tell everybody, like, tag, share, let people know that they're here Monday to Friday. They have been for the last 7 weeks. Oh, tomorrow's number 35, would you believe it? And they're up on our YouTube channel as well, so you can do them over the weekend at any time you want. Okay guys, so until tomorrow, session number 35, you're very welcome, and I will see you later.